So let's check in with Mark Anderson. He's the CEO of Alteryx to get a better read on what's happening here. Mr. Anderson, welcome back to Mad Money.
Jim, thank you so much for having me again. How are you?
All right, so Mark, you had this meeting with your clients and prospective clients. And could you just give me a sense of, are people as concerned that business is falling off a cliff, so to speak, or is it just a slow patch and you just have to just slog through it?
Well, yeah, thanks for the question, Jim. I think, what we're hearing, we've got our customer conference going on right now in Denver. Yesterday, we had an investor day, and our investors and analysts are walking around talking to our customers as we speak. I think our customers are realizing that the world needs to change. I think the days of allowing data to swirl around your business without understanding the context and what you can do with that data to make better decisions are over. The pandemic just accelerated that. What my customers are telling me is that digital functional transformation is number one or number two priority for spending. I think I'd hate to be a nice to have technology solution right now. I think being a have to have is going to be really important in this environment.
Now, for you, there is a tremendous growth and a huge number of contracts that you keep winning. But do you feel the need to prioritize profitability the way you might not have, say, a year ago?
Yeah, that's a fair question, Jim. It really is. We've always been laser focused on managing how we spend our money. We're not spraying and praying on operating expense investments. We're really thoughtfully deploying human capital around the world to take advantage of this massive market opportunity that we have. It's according to IDC, a $65 billion total addressable market today, and it's going to grow to over 110 in the next 2 or 3 years. So we want to carefully make investments. We're doing that and go to market, bringing in the right people that have the right experiences to go and sell high and deliver important business outcomes for our customers. And so, but we're also, being very thoughtful about it. As we reported last quarter, we beat on the bottom line as well, operating margin beat, and that flowed straight through for the full quarter. I think the other thing that we said, Jim, was this year, 2022, would have been break even for Alteryx had we not made the acquisition of Trifacta. We decided to make the acquisition. It was an important one because it really gives us a re-platform in public cloud, which will allow customers to get fingertips on keyboards much more easily when they want to get to Alteryx.
All right, well, speaking of fingertips on keyboards, what we want to do, and I like to give examples. A lot of people are interested in Formula One. You have a fascinating relationship with McLaren, which all my guys root for McLaren. I don't know the deal why that is, but they all do. And I think that the way McLaren is using you will explain to a lot of people how much better and faster your product is. So I'm giving you the floor because Formula One is hot as a pistol.
It sure is. And boy, McLaren is just such a great partner. Zach Brown and I got a very aligned view on the 7 different areas that McLaren uses Alteryx. They use them in real-time race analytics. We ingest over 1.5 terabytes of data real-time and allow them to make kind of when to pit, how much, what tires degradation needs to be done. But there's also 6 other areas of their business that they're using Alteryx, whether it's fan engagement, whether it's factory optimization. There's just, it's a very sophisticated business, and all businesses, especially ones like McLaren, need to really be able to make sense of the data that just swirls around their business.
How about other sports teams using you to be able to use sports science as opposed to just intuition?
Yeah, well, I'm a sports junkie myself. I know your beloved Eagles are important to you, but a year ago we talked about on an earnings call, I think it was our Q2 earnings call, we talked about dozens of professional sports teams that are using Alteryx, in the Moneyball application to really decide, what draft picks to make, to decide how they're going to, come up with batting orders in Major League Baseball to NFL as well as my beloved National Hockey League. So I think sports, again, is one of these perfect use cases where there's just a ton of data. And what Alteryx allows our users to do is pull that data from hundreds of different sources, put it into the format so that you can apply advanced analytics against it, And then we give you hundreds of tools to be able to go make better decisions.
All right, one last question. I never want to talk about being a tough day, like people being laid off. But a friend of mine uses your product, came into a company that did not use it. And there were a lot of people, it turned out, that were, I'm going to use a mean word, please don't get mad, redundant once they brought you in. Because there were people who simply were taking weeks to do what my friend was doing in hours. So it is also a labor-saving technology that you've got.
Yeah, it is for sure. I think, but what business leaders like and government leaders that I talk to are saying every day, Jim, is they want to take the manual level analysts that are using manual software like Microsoft Excel and automate them and allow them to become more like citizen data scientists. And
right.
I think once you have those kinds of skills, you're very marketable in this world. We had a customer panel at our investor day yesterday. You should have heard some of the comments that the customers were talking about. And I'm talking about world-class companies like Stanley Black & Decker and JP Morgan Chase that users are talking about. If Alteryx was taken away from them, they quit and they go find another job. Well, and that's the kind of zealotry that we're seeing here at Inspire. We've got thousands of customers in person. We've got thousands of customers online. And the sign up for our training is at record levels. So we're really excited about that. I think the world needs to upskill. I think we want to help them do that. And one of the things that makes it great working at Alteryx is you get to have an impact on those hundreds of thousands of people that are using us every day. You have an impact on their lives.
Okay. Well, people have to understand it's a big tech plunge. Everybody knows it, all right? But you got to keep your eye on the prize for when things do get better. Mark Anderson, the CEO of Alteryx, thank you so much for coming on the show, sir.
Thank you very much, Jim. Really appreciate it.
Very good. It is a very tough market, okay? It is very tough for tech. When it gets better, companies like this bounce back faster. Mad Money's back in.